Okay, welcome to Beginner's Luck, my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing a review on a tactical folding spring-assisted knife from EvaTac. This knife is called the ET-RKBLK, and that stands for EvaTac Rescue Knife Black. And this knife is going to be all in black. When we get to it, you'll be able to see it just fine. But you know, when I'm trying to do a review of something or an analysis on a product, I typically have a couple points that I look for and try to gauge and scale things on. And the closer something hits those points, the better the product usually is for me. So I decided I'm going to start doing some videos here about these different knives. I'm gonna be trying out all different kinds, all different brands. And I'm not just going to be pulling them out and reviewing them and then putting them in a box. I'm going to pull them out. I'm going to review them in one video, and later on in the week or something, whenever I have time, I'm going to actually take them out into the field and try to put them to use, you know, whatever I deem fit, I guess, you know, carving wood, cutting rope, trimming bushes, whatever it takes to put these blades through the ringer here and find out what they're worth, you know. So I'll do an unboxing video, and then I'll be doing a in the field video. So today's the unboxing video of the EvaTac rescue knife in all black. So 6 points I typically try to look at when I'm looking at tools or I'm looking at knives or anything like that is you know, point one, aesthetics. It's got to be visually pleasing to me. A lot of times I don't go for things that I don't like looking at initially, right? So if it fits the bill and it works out for the best later, then I give it a shot. But initially, aesthetics is something I like to be pleasing, right? So the next point was going to be weight. You know, is a tool going to be too heavy? Is it going to be too light? You know, I don't have my scale out here today for this one, but later videos I'll bring my scale out and give you a good measurement of the weight and things on these. But I'm going to go by feeling my hand today on this one. The third point's going to be size. If it's too big or too small, it just doesn't work right. The fourth point's going to be sturdiness, how well the knife or tool is built, right? And for knives, this one specifically, the fifth point's going to be sharpness. If you want to make sure you get a knife, you want to make sure it's going to be sharp, right? You don't want to buy something that's dull that you're going to have to spend time sharpening. So right out of the box, I'm going to test this sharpness. You know, I'll give you my honest opinion on it. And then, you know, number 6, this one may kind of roll over into the in the field video, but comfortability of use. That's a big deal for me. If it feels awkward in my hand, if I got to struggle with it while I'm trying to use it, if it wants to twist or turn when I'm cutting or sharpening anything, it's just not something I want to deal with, right? So we'll get started here. Number 1, the EvaTac Rescue Knife All Black aesthetics, right? So let's get it going. First, we'll check out the box. And, you know, this is a normal shipping box, just, you know, basic, kind of flimsy cardboard. Looks like it's falling apart. This actually came in the mail to me just like this today. I mean, I wouldn't rank it real high on shipping boxes, but I mean, it does the job. It got it here in one piece. The knife's in the box. That's kind of what matters. You can see some damage here, but that's really neither here nor there for me most of the time. So we'll go to the knife, and right out of the box, I like this knife. I like the way it looks. I like the sleekness to it, the curves, the contours. I like this knife. It looks a little bulky, but I got bigger hands, so bulky works for me, right? So aesthetically, this knife is very pleasing. There's not much I would change on it at all right off the bat. It's got the big, deep clip here for the belt line or the pocket. Right, so aesthetically, I'd give this a 2 thumbs up. This is a nice tactical knife. This is something I'm happy I bought. So, yeah, 2 thumbs up aesthetics. All right, so let's check the weight. So, again, I don't have my scale out today. I was getting ready to move out of state, and the property got bought out from under us by a cash offer. So we ended up not moving. So most of my stuff is still in boxes. But the weight of this knife is a very good weight. I like a heavier blade. I like a heavier tool. I don't like feeling like I'm going to lose control of it and it's going to go flying off somewhere because it's too light and it doesn't fit right in my hands. This knife has a real good weight. Well, I didn't get the balance there right away, but it's a little heavy here on the back end. The weight of the knife is definitely carried in the handle for sure, but the weight for it, for me, this is perfect. Any lighter than this, and I don't think it would be exactly what I was looking for. But yeah, I wouldn't venture too much farther in either direction, lighter or heavier. So this is actually a pretty good weight right here in the middle, a happy medium. And size on this, right? The size it's 9 inches from tip to glass breaker. This knife is 9 inches. And you're looking at about 4 inches, 3 and 3/4 inches of blade. I mean, that's not bad. That's a good tactical knife. You can do a lot of work with that. A lot of cutting fruit, vegetables, rope, twine, splitting branches and twigs to make kindling for a fire. I mean, I used to work in the pest control industry doing exclusion work for rodents, and I'd always use my knives to pry off old screen and staples and nails, and that's essentially what I would be using these for, putting them through the test. So, you know, weight, size, good. Sturdiness, right? We'll move on to the next one. Sturdiness. This thing is built like a brick house, man. It's solid. And I mean, I'd venture to guess you could probably beat this thing up real well for a long time. So EvaTac definitely did a good job here with the sturdiness of the knife. And sharpness, I mean, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's got a good out-of-box sharpness to it. I mean, I've seen some professional knives like the Benchmades I used to have, the ZT that I have now, the Sinkovich. Those are some sharp knives right out of the box. So this one is not as sharp as those ones, but I mean, it's definitely got an edge to it. Let me see if I got some paracord here, right? Look at that. One quick little swipe, hardly any pressure to it. Cut right through that paracord. Let's see if I got some paper. The old trusty paper test. Let me see what I got here. Okay. I mean, that cut pretty clean all the way through till about the end there where I twisted it and tore the paper. So I mean, it's pretty sharp right out of the box. I mean, this thing I feel like is user ready. I mean, you don't have to worry about too much pulling this thing out. I got this pretty cheap too on EvaTac. I think this knife in particular, last time I checked, I think is at like $34. I wouldn't quote me on that. I'd go check it out on their site. But yeah, I mean, comfortability of use on this, it fits my hand perfectly. So I couldn't ask for more than this. It's an affordable knife. It's the tactical style that I really like. I mean, it's got a good blade length. It's got a sharpened blade to cut paracord of paper right here, right out of the box. Aesthetically pleasing to look at. I mean, I'd give this knife 9 out of 10. You know, 9 out of 10 for sure. Right out of the box. So that's an EvaTac. It's the rescue knife. It's got the seatbelt cutter. I guess I should try that out, huh? It's got the glass breaker. I don't have any glass to break, so we'll just try the belt cutter. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I barely pulled that through. Barely pulled that through. See if I can do it again. Get a different piece of rope. Okay, right? That one took a little bit more, but yeah, it cuts right through the paracord. I'm sure it'll cut through a seatbelt like nothing, and I'm not going to be breaking any glass at my house today, but there's your glass breaker. I don't know if anybody's ever used one of those, but they are pretty effective at getting out of a car door, breaking that window. So, yep, 9 out of 10 for the EvaTac rescue knife in all black. I do have another one of the exact same model coming, but it's going to be the EvaTac USA Patriot Edition. It's got a really awesome American flag aesthetic, and I don't know if they baked it onto the blade and the scales, or if it's just painted on, but it looks really cool in the pictures online. So I got that coming. I'll pull it out next time as soon as it gets here. And yeah, if there's anything else you guys like to look at on these knives, if I'm missing something you'd be interested in hearing about, if I just forgot something in general, let me know. Hit me up. Tell me what you think. And stay tuned for the in the field test on this EvaTac rescue knife.